Hi, my name is Hannah Egbert, and I am going to talk about my internship with Black Creek Innovations. So I continued interning with Black Creek Innovations to go into this class, and Black Creek is a ag marketing company outside or in Lubbock, based in Lubbock. It's owned by Lene Williams, who is a former Red Raider, and it's just been a really good experience for me. So some of my responsibilities were social media management for some of our clients who wanted that from us. So I took on the American Aberdeen Association accounts and just kind of took off with it and ended up doing very well with that. So that's still something I am in charge of. We also traveled a lot. So Black Creek is Lene and me, basically. Those are the only two people. So when we did travel, it was us two, taking on a big challenge most of the time. But it's been a lot of fun, and I have gotten to travel more than I ever thought I would. But when we were traveling, I would do photography, B-roll stuff if they needed it. And if we were there for a client, keeping up their social media pages and stories and kind of the background, what's going on, what's happening if they were competing, their successes, just kind of keeping all of that updated. But Lene and I did a lot of teamwork together, and it was really enjoyable and fun to work with someone else. It wasn't just me most of the time, because she does have a impressive client base, and we have a lot of clients, so it takes both of us kind of working together, brainstorming, working on websites together. So I really enjoyed that, and we did work really well together. So some things I learned was how to actually manage a social media account. I always thought it was just kind of posting based off my personal accounts, but there's really a lot more that goes into it. I learned how to do it effectively and really look at the audience, look at what I needed to do, and be able to go in and make 15 to 20 posts a month for an account and get those approved, and then go onto a platform like Hootsuite and be able to schedule all of those posts for the month and not have to worry about it and be able to start planning for next month. So that was very nice, and I really didn't realize how much work and time and planning it all takes to come up with 15 posts. That doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have to be creative and you're keeping your audience interested, it's challenging, which was a good challenge for me. I grew the most in probably just my social skills in the professional world. Like I said, we traveled a lot, and so, for example, for the Kentucky 3-day event, which was an awesome event, we were gone for 5 days with 5 or 6 men from Purina. And so it's a lot of dinners, it's a lot of spending all day with your clients and having to, adjust and adapt and be comfortable with new people. And that has been really good for me. Just learning how to talk and learning how to be at a dinner and have a glass of wine with a client is very important, and the social part of the business world is a lot, especially in agriculture and communications and marketing. I think that's a very big part of it, and I'm very glad that I have been able to experience those type of situations. My most exciting moment was probably the 2 weeks I got to go to the NFR for Purina. Lene, my boss, was actually having a baby at that time, so it was very stressful but fun. She sent me and two other girls to Fort Worth for the NFR, kind of as my backup, or help, not my backup, but my other team members. But it was an awesome experience. Obviously, it wasn't in Vegas this year because of COVID, but it was still so much fun, and that was really, it was a testing moment, honestly, because it was 2 weeks. It was 14 days of nonstop, get up every day, you have to be on, you have to be, doing your job, which was so good for me. And it was a lot of fun. It was really neat to see. My least favorite moment was probably the fact that it was my first year interning with her has been through COVID. So that caused a lot of challenges. Just things were different. Obviously, everything was different. The NFR was different. The Kentucky 3-day event was different. The Premier 10 sheep sale was different. Everything that I've done has been in our not normal world. But it's still been really fun. I've still learned more than I ever thought I was going to, traveled more than I ever thought I was going to, seen the coolest things, talked to the coolest people, and also built a really cool relationship with my boss that I think will lead to some really great things. For the future plans, I plan on continuing to intern with her, and hopefully after I graduate in a year, it will turn into a full-time job, which is also very exciting, and I am very excited about and very thankful, and it's just been a great experience.